Hey guys, what's up? It's Giuseppe. Now, the video for today is going to be super specific. It's for setting up AI so that way you can take into account all of the problems and feedback that your clients have when you're creating SEO content for them. Now, what I did was, as you can see here is that I created, this is something I've done, and we're going to go over it again. It's just kind of an example. We're at 1,000 impressions under the first month, and we also have 6 clicks, so stuff is happening for sure. What this is for is it's GitHub, where you can just download it really easy with the click into Claude Code or Claude or whatever you're using, and it will set up everything for you, so that way whenever you write something, that feedback will be taken into account and utilized throughout everything that you write in the future for that client. That way you don't have to keep track of every single thing that they give you in terms of feedback, whether it's tone, how they want to sound, resources that they use in the area, or things, parts of their business that are not immediately available or prevalent that maybe you missed when you were writing or prompting for some of their first SEO content. Now, to get this set up, it's going to be really easy, and we're going to do it together. So thank you for sticking around. If you clicked on this, you're awesome, and let's get into it. Okay. So this is everything here. You can see the link up there. So what we're going to do is copy that, and we're going to go into our terminal. Okay, terminal is a little small. We're going to go into our terminal. Now within our terminal, we are going to, now you can just CD right into your desktop, which means that whatever folder and files you'd be creating would be going right onto your desktop. I have a folder just for this because I do a lot of testing. So I'm just going to CD further into a specific folder that I have, which is called projects. So I'm going to go CD projects. Now I'm in projects. Then I'm going to go over and I'm going to go git clone, and I'm going to go just paste that git. It already exists because I've already made this project in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go mkdir. This is to make a new directory or a new folder. And I'm going to go client SEO1. Great. Now I'm going to go cd client SEO1. Now I make sure that there's no capitals in there, because then you'd have to do a capital every time, remember where it is. And there's no spaces because spaces are an issue. So that's why there's no spaces and there's no capitals when I make this stuff up. Now I'm going to try again. I'm going to git clone, and I'm going to paste that in there. And you can see it's cloning into client SEO. And now we're in there. Okay, so now that we're in there, we need to CD one more time into that one. So let's see, it's client SEO1, and it's client SEO. So now we're going to CD again into client SEO. So now we're in there, and now we're going to go Claude -- dangerously skip permissions. And this is going to get us started right into everything. And so now we're in, and there's very specific instructions. I made it super complicated because I wanted everyone to have a really tough time with it, okay? And if you scroll down here, you'll see the very difficult instructions, which is set up my SEO framework. We're just going to copy that. We're going to go back into the terminal, and we're just going to go set up my SEO framework. Very complicated, I know. And this is going to go through. It's going to read the README. It's going to read all of the information. It's going to start asking you some questions, so that way you can put together everything for yourself or your client. Because remember, this is for taking into account all of those different bits and bobs and stuff that your clients want you to remember when you write SEO content for them. And sometimes it's easy to forget that stuff. So I'm not going to blame you, but I want you to look like a rock star every time you prompt and you get some SEO rolling for your clients. So this is what that's for. This is to make you look good, baby. All right, let's get into it. So what type of business are you? What's your main service or product? What's your target audience? What's your business name and location? Now I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, I don't want to type all this out. And you're right. You don't have to. What we're going to do instead is we're going to copy the homepage of the business that we already have running. Now this is gofencerentals.com. It's the one I showed you. I'm just going to Control-Alt, Control-C. and I'm going to go back into the terminal, and I'm going to paste it right there. And then it's going to use all of the information from the home page to work itself out. And there you go. Now you could upload your client's homepage. You could also upload just the URL if you want. And that's fine too. So that's what we're going to focus on. Temporary fencing rental, British Columbia, Okanagan construction barriers. Cool. So now it's doing all of its own research. It's going to research competitors. It's going to research some of the key SEO words that we have in there. And it's going to create all of this itself for you. Okay, publish on the website. Okay, 6 proper meta tags and internal linking. Great. So let's have a look at what it created. So I'm just going to say, okay, I want you to, okay, open this up for me in Visual Studio Code so I can have a look. Now let's open it up, and let's open up VS Code. This is what we have right now. Here is all of the information, differentiators, pillar page master list, security. Oh yeah, it has all of the URLs in there. It's done the work. It's done the work. Here we go. So this is what it's created right off the bat. Now, there you have it. So that's it. I mean, this is all you need. This will get started. And as I learn more about how this interacts, I'm going to keep updating the Git so it's even easier for you guys to use and start. But with that said, this is all of the documentation you need to get this going. Now, I'm going to show you something just quickly here on the side for the people who stayed to the end. Let's have a look. So I'm going to say, okay, I got some feedback from the client on this. They want to sound more authoritative and friendly within the copywriting. Can you load that into our feedback documents and update the pillar page, the first pillar page? So there you go. Now we've pretend that we've got some feedback from the client. So they want to sound more authoritative, but also a little bit more friendly. So there you go. It's going to load it into feedback log template and client feedback template. And it's going to document it in the log. So that way, whatever you write in the future will be documented. So that way, anything that you do will take that into account and make sure that it always stays true to that feedback that you got once. That way your client's not going to read it again and say, hey, this still doesn't sound very friendly. I thought I told you that I wanted it to sound friendly. Well, guess what? This will mean that you've always taken into account everything that they were, trying to work on and do. This will show that you've taken into account all of the feedback that they've given you. It means that you've taken your service now a full step more impressive, I guess, full step more authoritative, a full step more congruent with what they're asking. And I mean, that's beautiful stuff, right? So now it's going to update the pillar page. So it's gone through, it's updated the backlog. And now it's going to update the pillar page. And that's great. Now, I'll take some notes of some other stuff, but yeah, so as we go through, this is going to include everything you need, and it'll have that so that way you can kind of copy and paste this right into your WordPress site or whatever you happen to be working on into the code side of things, and it'll look really good right off the bat. And that's really the big win here. So anyways, if you did find a lot of value in this, I want to say thank you so much for staying to the end. And you are an absolute champion for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much. I hope this helps you make a little bit more money and impress your clients that much more. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. Bye.